Hey guys! So, really long time, I think it's been like 5 months since I've made a video, and a lot has happened. So, I was really busy in A school and C school that I didn't have any time to make videos. And so, now I am checking into my first command, and I decided while I was waiting that I would make a video for you guys. So a lot of you were asking me about hair. As you can see, my hair's been growing. They still don't cut it in boot camp, so you'll be fine. Females, if you want to keep your hair long, go right ahead. Males, sorry, they're going to cut it off. Basically, boot camp is a lot of mental stress. As long as you're physically prepared in the way that you can run a 1.5 miles without dying, and you can do at least the amount of push-ups and sit-ups that your age limit lets you. You can look it up online, Navy.mil, and they have a chart that says the exact requirements for your age, female, male, stuff like that. They've just changed the weight requirements for it, and you can read up about that a little more. I don't have the exact verbiage for it, but you can definitely check it out online. So boot camp, basically, some things that I would tell you, some advice from me to you, is don't let your mental, it's mind over matter. So whatever you're faced with, just tackle it. Don't think about it, just do it. When they tell you to jump off that diving board into the pool, just do it. Don't think about it. When they tell you fold and stow this in 5 minutes, just do it. Don't think about it. Don't let missing home, don't let anything that you left behind distract you from getting the task done, and you'll be fine. I tried writing letters, like one letter every night. If the first couple weeks you're not going to feel safe enough to, I guess, just because they tell you to wait until Sunday. They really want you to wait to write all your letters, do all of your free time stuff on Sunday. But we found that if we write all our letters during the week, that on Sunday we can focus on taking a really long shower, shining our shoes, ironing our uniform, stuff like that. And so you kind of prioritize your time a little bit better. So basically, a week by week, I'll have another video on that, but this one is just kind of my advice to you. The Navy is great, and if this video helps you to enlist, or if you're a female and you're nervous about the female side of it, don't think about it, just do it. Like, this has been by far the best thing I've ever done. Today marks exactly 1 year that I enlisted. So a year ago I went to MEPS and I enlisted into the military. Greatest thing I've ever done. I've just been in school though, so my fleet knowledge isn't that extensive. But as far as A and C school, I have a lot of knowledge on that, for mine in particular, and then boot camp I know a lot about. A lot of you were saying you want to know the good and the bad. So the best thing about boot camp is that transition, that when you first get there, it's the worst thing ever, and you honestly, it takes a little bit extra to wake up and get the task done. But as you start going through boot camp, it kind of becomes so routine that you don't even think about it. And probably the 4th or 5th week, you'll be on Sunday routine, shining your boots, and you'll look back at all that you've done already, and you'll just smile. Like, you won't say anything, just internally, you'll be like, wow, like, I've came this far, and I'm almost done. Like, it's amazing, that transition. And you'll be talking to your friends on Sundays, and all of a sudden, you'll say something. You'll say, oh, I need to go to the head. And it'll just be natural, and you won't even think about it, and you'll be like, wow, like, I'm actually turning into this person and this sailor that I want to be. And you'll put on your uniform like it's nothing, and you'll think, wow, did I just do that? Like, I didn't even think about it. I just put it on, folded and stowed it like I would any other thing, becomes natural. Going to sleep, getting good sleep, waking up early, getting dressed, taking a shower within like to 5 minutes is a struggle. But eventually you're like, wow, like I had plenty of time to do all that I needed to do, and I had some time to just kind of goof off a little bit and then get back to business. And so as that transition happens, that's the best part of boot camp, I think, is when you finally have a routine going and you notice yourself growing and developing as a person. Now, the bad things about boot camp is obviously the first week. The first week is probably the hardest thing I've ever done, just because it's very mentally straining. They make you stay up for a very long time. They make you do things that just don't make sense, that are stupid to you, and you're just like, why are they making me do this? This makes no sense to me. Like, in my normal life, I would never do this. Attention to detail will kick you in the butt. Attention to detail. Every single thing that you do it to the best of your abilities, and do it as if you were doing it for the president. Like, even if it's folding your skivvies, which is underwear, do it like you've never wanted to do anything else in your life but fold these skivvies and make them look pristine, because that will show, that will impress them, and it will make them want you to be in a higher position. Now, in boot camp, I was the yeoman. So I was the divisional yeoman, and I did the paperwork and things like that. It was challenging. So what I would tell you is, if you get the opportunity to be in leadership, just make sure that you are prepared in every other way of boot camp. So make sure that you know your general orders. Make sure that you know the Sailor's Creed. Make sure that you know how to fold and stow, because that will kind of kick you in the butt if you do a leadership position and then don't know how to do the other stuff. They're going to expect you to learn everything and do everything the same way as every other recruit, but they'll expect you on top of that, if you're yeoman, to do the paperwork, to file, to sign everybody out, to write passes to and from places. It's your job to, kind of double team it and do what you need to do all the time. And so on top of that, your leadership, so you're a position of authority, and to make the other recruits kind of respect you a little bit too is hard. But show that initiative. I know a lot of times they say, don't volunteer for anything. Don't try to stay back. Try to, be behind the scenes a little bit. But, in my opinion, go for it. The worst thing they can do is fire you. But you're not going to get kicked out of the Navy for not being a good yeoman. You're not going to get kicked out of the Navy for being a bad RPOC. They're just going to fire you from that position, but you're still going to graduate. You're still going to be a recruit. Work hard, and you might actually do good, and you might surprise yourself. The Navy offers a lot of chance. Like, they give you a lot of opportunities to be a leader, and that's the biggest thing. Do not doubt yourself, and do not say, oh, this is for someone else, or this position is for someone else, or it's not my place to answer this question, or I know the question, I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it. Take those opportunities and really use them to your advantage. If you know the answer to the question, or you know the right way to fold something, show your other people, tell your RDC the answer to whatever they're asking. Don't be afraid to stand out a little bit, because those are the people that they're going to remember when it comes time to do honor graduate, when it comes time to put positions up. Because as yeoman, I got the benefit of being in the office a lot of the time, so I got to ask the RDC some questions about the military itself, some questions that they probably wouldn't answer to the whole division. By the end of boot camp, on graduation day, I was in the front as a yeoman, so that was also, a benefit, because I could see my family the entire time at graduation. So, just little things, just to make yourself proud and to do it, have that honor for your division and for your job and stuff like that. Just the main thing, and I know I keep saying the main thing, there's so many things that are important with boot camp. Okay, it kind of cut off, but basically Do what you need to do, get the job done, move with a purpose, and don't doubt yourself. Remember why you joined. Remember your why, and that is going to be what gets you through. Remember why you joined. You know, the things that you told yourself before boot camp to pump yourself up, keep that and hold that close to your heart, because there's going to be times where you think, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to get through it. And there's some people in your division that will actually get out, and they're not going to want to stay in. They're going to want to leave, and that's not you though. Tell yourself, that's not me. I'm better than this, and I'm going to do it. Boot camp is the worst part of the Navy. And after that, it's so much better. I promise you, get through it. It's only 8 weeks of your life. So think about anything else that's longer than 8 weeks and say, oh, I got through that, I got through that, I got through that. Think about the worst thing that you've ever experienced or ever been involved in and say, boot camp isn't that bad. Once you start comparing it to other stuff, it's not at all as bad as it seems. PT, get ready for it, mentally prepare for it. You know, strive to be that honor recruit. You know, even if you don't end up getting it, strive to be. Show that you have that initiative to be better than what you are right now. And if you show that, and if you show that initiative, the RDCs will notice that, and they will take that into account. So I'll make another video in about a week, and I'll have it posted about the do's and don'ts, answer any specific questions you guys have, and then do a play-by-play of what we did like week by week in boot camp, just to help you guys out. If you need anything else,